Alright, I have. That's enough Beyonce for now. What's up guys, it's We Used to Be Stoned, and I thought I'd bring you a quick guide on how to use D Va in Overwatch. So yeah, I used D Va loads in the open beta, and I'd say at least half the time I was D Va. Because I just found her a really effective player that just suits my playstyle. She's good at flanking, she has to get up close to get kills, and then she's got like a nuke as a finisher. Like, awesome, come on, that's ace. So let's start off with the cannons. Like, cannons are infinite, so don't worry about reloading ever, just keep the trigger down, but get close, because you can keep the trigger down on someone for like a minute and they can be like 20-30 meters away and it will just do nothing to them. So get close. The second thing's like a boost, so use that to get close. You know, before you start shooting, don't give them a couple warning shots letting them know you're coming. Boost straight into them, straight into their face. Boost straight into them, get the 25 damage, and then just attack them from up close. Because most likely you're just going to rail off a load of headshots and just drop them straight away. So she also has a shield as well, which you can use to block projectiles. It don't block like electric attacks or anything like that, but it does block rockets and bullets and all sorts of stuff. Like, May's a particular problem, because her ice attack goes straight through it and just freezes you and everyone else just batters you. So try and avoid May if possible. Another person you want to avoid is Reaper. Don't get close to Reaper, he will just have you out that tank in no time. You see, with Reapers you have to get really close to them for your cannons to be effective, but when you're close to them, Reaper's shotguns are really effective, and a lot more so than your cannons. So stay the hell away from Reaper if you value the tank. So yeah, people you really want to be going after most of the time are like Hanzo, you want to be going after Widowmaker. I mean, I've seen some right sticky situations with Widowmaker, and just healers in general. Like, if you go after healers, you're going to do quite well, because that will just affect all the tanks on the enemy team. So stay away from the big tanks, because they're going to damage you a lot more than you can damage them in a short amount of time if they're looking at you. So the only time you should really be taking on other tanks is if you're behind them and you're just smashing them straight in the back of the head. So I think that's pretty much covered all the weapons you've got while you're in the mech. So you've got the infinite cannons, you've got like a boost, what boosts you forward for like 2 seconds. You can use that to get a good flank on enemies or just disorientate them when you start an attack. And you've got your shield as well, which blocks incoming projectiles. Apart from, you know, obviously electric things and May's ice attack. So when you've took so much damage, it ejects you from the tank. I think it's like 300 out of the 500 damage. Once you get down to 200, it'll eject you out the tank, give you 150 health, and you'll basically just be running around as the girl D Va. So you won't have a mech suit, but you will have a pistol. Now, it took me a while to figure it out, but the pistol is fully automatic, so just keep your finger down on the trigger and it will just keep firing until it runs out of ammo, and then, you know, ammo's infinite on this game, so it will just reload and just rinse and repeat. I remember the first few days of the beta, I was sitting there tapping the trigger like an idiot. So when you're using D Va with the pistol, what you want to be doing is leading your shots quite a bit, because there's quite a bit of a delay between you firing and it actually reaching its mark. What you want to try and do is like unload the full clip into the general direction. If you know someone's going to come around the corner in the next second or so, at least there's a bit of cover fire, but so when they do, it's going to, you know, hit them in the face. The second they come round, and they're going to back off back around that corner, which, you know, you're already reloading and getting ready to fire another burst round there. So after you've been ejected from your tank, you can build up your bar, your ultimate bar again. And rather than actually using your ultimate, you can spawn a new tank. Now it will spawn with I think it spawns with a little bit of a boost to it, but it generally doesn't take long to get your ultimate after spawning a new tank, is what I've found anyway. Especially if you've used your ultimate and it's killed someone, that pretty much guarantees you a new tank straight away. So for her ultimate, she just explodes the mech. That's pretty much it. It goes off like a little nuke. I think the center damage is like 1,000 damage, so that's just going to wipe anything out what's right next to it. And then the further away, obviously, the damage decreases a little bit, but it's still really powerful for, I'd probably say about around a 10-meter span around it. So throwing it onto an objective is quite good because it clears the objective. Either people move or they die. So that, you know, if it's a final push, it gives you that extra couple seconds to just get in there, push it that last little bit. So basically, to sum up D Va, what I'd say is flank. Just keep flanking. She's really good at flanking. Get behind the enemy, Kill their little squishy heroes. They're easy to kill. They're not going to cause you much trouble. Pick up health. Get behind the big tanks, and you know, basically be a thorn in their side. Just keep annoying them. Keep boosting away. Keep boosting back into the action. Just be a distraction. That's what D Va's really good at, is just distracting people. You don't necessarily have to kill everyone. You can just boost in there, get a few shots, get their tank to turn around so his back's facing your team. He'll start coming after you, and they can all just lay into his back, and then you just fly back over a building and you're off. Like, he doesn't even get a shot in on you. Obviously I've had a lot of luck with D Va up to now, and hopefully she's just as awesome when the game comes out, like in a week. Yeah, I'm going to try and get some more of these videos out soon. I want to do a guide for Symmetra as well, because that's like a really underrated player who I just feel she's really strong if you use her correctly. Like, if you're not using her correctly, you're just going to get slaughtered. But again, I'll make a tutorial on her. My guide's just like a rough guide. Like, look, just jump into D Va if you want to do well. You know, just flank around people. Find like ways around the map what other people can't use. You know, you can fly over buildings, so use that advantage. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like and subscribe and all that. Till next time, take it easy.